Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? It is Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com. You are now watching VGTV with King Jay DaBlountman. Right now, we're in kind of a different situation. You can't see my screen. You can't see his screen, but you can hear him. He's actually been going through some things that have been drastic. Everyone's been going through them. First, Texas got hit. Next, Florida got hit. And then I think there's something else coming on the way, but I know he's going to have the updates. But I wanted you all to tune in today and just hear kind of what King Jay DaBlountman is going through. If you haven't read the title, it's pretty much VGTV, King Jay DaBlountman, Hurricane Irma, and Hurricane Matthew. So we're going to be discussing these kinds of things and what's going on inside of his life. Without further ado, King Jay, thank you so much for being on today.
Yes, sir. I definitely appreciate it.
Man, what are you going through today, man?
I tell you what, I'm definitely going through a drastic hurricane right now. I call it a hurricane because I am literally out of town because of a hurricane that we had in my hometown, St. Augustine, Florida. Well, it wasn't just my hometown, but of course it hit my hometown. Did quite some damage, a lot of trees down, a lot of homes, down on the island sides and, all of that good stuff. Well, bad stuff, but, it was definitely unexpected. I mean, we knew, what I'm saying? We kind of knew, when it was going to hit, stuff like that. Not really according to the news, they couldn't really give us an exact date, but you know what I'm saying? We was just going off of what they was telling us. We was just trying to low-key make a way, for us to be able to leave.
Right. Right. I mean, Tony, Toy Fantasy, thank you so much for tuning in. She said salute to you, King Jay. It was at the very last minute, I guess, that you kind of left because we were kind of like talking on the phone. Because wasn't it supposed to change or something like that? Wasn't things supposed to turn around?
Yeah, when I was getting ready to leave, it was a Friday when I was leaving, and they were telling us that it switched shifts up to the middle of it switched directions right up the middle of Florida, and that's when I actually decided to make the decision to leave because it was too big to miss, even if it got to Category 1, by the time it got to my hometown, it was still too big. I mean, my hometown's still flooded. What I'm saying? It's flooded right now. It's a lot of homes, messed up, flooded. It's a lot of trees down. It's a lot of, things going on, hurricane-wise that a lot of people wish never would have happened because, last year we just got done with Matthew, so that was quite a challenge to deal with, and having to build your houses back and replace everything that you had that probably you wish you didn't have to replace. But
so you went through Hurricane Matthew, right? And what was that experience like? I'm sure it was crazy.
Honestly, man, my zone was under mandatory evacuation, so I evacuated. I am not the type of guy to chance my life, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not under mandatory evacuation zone, if I feel like I'm not safe, I'm not going to be there. And I'm going to take me a hurricane.
Right. Take a hurricane, right? Need to vacate. Can't play with your life, you know what I mean? There was a lot of people that did stay there. I just don't know. What were some of the things that you took with you? I was trying to think to myself, how would I escape a water? I remember I was talking to you. I said, well, I guess I'd try to make a board up in the tree. But then when I started thinking about it, man, with that winds come in, it's gonna rip my getaway in the middle of the tree, gonna rip me out of the sky. You know what I mean? So what were some things you took with you? And if not, what would be some of the things that you would try to acquire to, I guess, make it through it? You know what I mean?
The reason I didn't bring anything, but the reason I didn't bring anything because my zone was not in evacuation. It wasn't an evacuation zone, excuse me. But it was still too big. 400 miles of danger, you know what I'm saying? It's 400 miles is a long way, and to be category 5, you know what I'm saying? That will cover a lot. So I mean, I ain't have time to grab a lot, honestly. I just grabbed my clothes, you know, and I got missing. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff can be replaceable. You know what I'm saying? I would rather replace the TV than a leg. You know, I don't want. I don't want to lose anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose anything. Nobody wants to lose anything in a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, when it comes to your life, you know, your life comes first. You know, but the things that I would require you to have during a hurricane is a generator, a bunch of bread, a bunch of water, peanut butter and jelly, or a bunch of deli meat. Get a trash can, put a bunch of ice water in it, and put a bunch of like drinks and stuff down in it, and you know, all of that. It's a list. I can go down the list. You know, I would definitely raid Tractor Supply. You know what I mean? Because they have a lot of deals, a lot of survival things going on, like lamps, like, you know, I even got a couple remedies, you know, old lamp remedies that my grandma showed me, you know what I'm saying, if it came to it, and we went out of, you know, cable and stuff like that. But, man, it's a lot that you can do, but, you know, a lot of people don't think as in, if it's going to hit hard or not, because St. Augustine, Florida always get the best of luck when it comes to hurricanes or tornadoes. So we always try to, you know, we always try to stay prepared, you know, because you never know what happens. St. Augustine always miss hurricanes, always miss, you know, tornadoes and stuff like that. So you never know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, you know, because even like I said earlier, Montez, the news reporter couldn't even tell us really what was going on with the hurricane. He was telling us, oh, it may hit here, oh, it made this, it made that.
I mean, also too, like, I'm my bad to cut you off and everything, but I mean, like, good. I mean, if anyone could tell us, why is all this water leaving? Where is it going? I mean, like, and we will be, ladies and gentlemen, there will be an edit down, and as you always know, I do edit the videos down and give you all stellar content. So you'll see some of the videos King Jay's going through. I mean, he's done seen an alligator on land and I mean, traffic. And, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy stuff. I've just seen a whole lot of stuff. You're going to be seeing it on here. But, man, you were speaking about the water just up and going. What's the deal with that, man? I mean, like, not to speak on conspiracists and, you know, I mean, if it's really happening, how could it be conspiracy? But yeah, what's your take on all that, man?
Honestly, I would encourage all of you listeners to tune in and do your research on HAARP. They are real. They are people that can control the weather.
Oh, like that DARPA? Is it like DARPA? Is it like DARPA?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, but they're more open at HAARP. They explain everything, which is weird since they've been hiding it for so long. And people, I know it sounds weird, but yes, our weather is definitely being tempered with, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about the water disappearing. It has never, ever happened a day ever that I know of when it comes to hurricanes. So I'm quite shocked that this happening too, and what I was seeing, and you know, people jumping off the docks and they're walking in the sand where there's supposed to be water. The reason that I think that it definitely had a lot to do with HAARP. You know what I'm saying? And when this water returns, it does return. They said that it was going to return gradually, slowly, and right back to its rightful place and all of this. Honestly, that's bull, if you ask me, because water, you can't control a huge body of water. If it comes back, it's going to flood. it is going to flood a lot of places because you cannot direct water. A big body of water. Yes, the hurricane may scoop it up and put it somewhere else, but if it comes back, it's going to come back rapidly and it's going to come back strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's
Right.
much water.
Right. You said scooped it up, huh?
Yeah, man. Either that's what happened. Or
I mean, like condensation scooped it up, or like kind of like put it in a valley, or
I'm not sure. I would say just from being in Category 5, you know what I'm saying?
It just sucked up all the water and ran it out.
I'm not Bill Nye, but
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just trippy. I just seen a whole bunch of seashells sitting in the sand, but where'd all the fish go? You know what I'm saying? Did the fish did they get? I mean, have you seen any fish on land? You know what I'm saying? Like anything outright? Because I would just imagine just a whole bunch of fish get slung everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and there would just be dead fish everywhere. Like, I mean, I seen the alligator.
It has to be, yes. There was a gator. Now it has to be fish and whales and everything that is in the Tampa water, the Tampa Bay water, everything that's in the Tampa Bay water, everything that's in the Bahamas water, and everything that's in South Carolina's water is on land right now because it is not in the area where the water's supposed to be. Like, people are walking in these areas and there's no fish. There's no sign of any living fish, any living thing that was from under the water. No whales, no none of that. So you mean to tell me that this storm picked up that much, you know what I'm saying, fish that much, and like every single last fish, every single last, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are the living things of the water? Where did they go? You know what I'm saying? And we're looking for the water. Well, honestly, the water's gone, so the fish is with it. And it sucks because that means we could be fishing in our living room. We could be fishing outside in our yards. You know what I'm saying? You pull up a 7-foot fish, something that can eat you, you know, without even knowing. You know, you could probably try to go to the store and try, and your car is not in your driveway, it's in the road, but your driveway flooded up to your knees, and you can't see nothing in your knees. A 2-foot gator will take your toe off. You know what I'm saying? A 2-foot gator bite would definitely hurt, but you can't see him in 2 feet of water. Right. Unless, you know what I'm saying? So it's way more to think about than just, you know what I'm saying, just trying to survive from home, you know, because you do run out of stuff. You will run short. And if your area is flooded, don't just take the chance of just going outside and walking in the water. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't.
Well, man, I was hearing on the news, man, that there was like looters and stuff like that, looting towns and just looting places, just taking their valuables, and people are like shooting them over it and stuff.
Man, listen, those are the small-minded people who really ain't got nothing, you know, easy to try to easily come up off of some things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, me and you personally don't know them. The people who watch and don't know them, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta want more, you know what I'm saying? They already knew what was going down. They probably pre-planned everything. You know, they probably was hoping that hurricane bust up some stores so they wouldn't have to, but came to it broad daylight, you know, they didn't care, you know, they ran with it. So, I mean, you can't try to, I can't feel where they coming from. I can't relate, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never had to try to do nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I always made a way for myself. I ain't never had to try to, you know what I'm saying? But right. I mean, it's just really kind of like, it's like, man, geez, like seeing someone at the lowest bottom, like, and then knowing that someone might come and like, you know, if you're a business owner or something like that, someone comes and raids your store. It's just like ridiculous, like living life crisis, and you're gonna steal from me, like, geez. I mean, I guess this is the world we're coming to now. Where did you flee to? Where did you leave? Where are you at right now? Man, I came to Canton, Georgia, up here. I got family up here. I got family everywhere. But I decided to come to Georgia because this certain part of Georgia, we only get like 25-mile-an-hour winds and, stuff like that. We got a little bit of rain, but it ain't, it's not really anything. So, I figured, hey, why not come up here? Atlanta got a lot, but we're on the outskirts of Atlanta, so we didn't really get hit, with anything. We just got, like I say, we got a couple drizzle drizzles, and we got a little wind, but it was definitely a great start of a hurricane. Hurricane. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, that's definitely my little word. I made it up.
Hurricane. King Jay DaBlountman owns that. Hurricane is owned by King Jay DaBlountman, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go out there thieving it because it is going to be more than likely copywritten.
Hurricane, I'm telling you, look. But for real, man, every time I get ran out of my town by a hurricane, I'm on hurricane. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. I can dig it. Let's change it. Let's change this up. Let's change this up a notch. Let's speak about VGTV. What's going on with that, and how do you feel about the process? And tell ladies and gentlemen a little bit more about VGTV, what they can expect, and so on and so forth.
Okay, VGTV. VG for one stands for Van Gang. That's my LLC, Van Gang Entertainment LLC. But Van Gang TV is definitely making moves. I definitely appreciate Montez, for making things happen. This definitely could have not happened without his great skill, And if you guys need any computer work done, managing some accounts and stuff like that, get at my boy Montez. He is definitely an amazing, great guy with his computer. But on that note, Van Gang is definitely doing amazing, guys. I'm definitely getting more subscribers, more followers on my social media sites from promotion and, everything like that. I got my sign. I got a little something for the sign that I paid a little something for the sign that I got for my VGTV logo. I got that going. I got my brand logo. So, so I can put that on VGTV also to show you guys what my logo is instead of just the VGTV logo. So that's the logo that you guys will be seeing on clothes, shoes, hats, whatever, that I sell, besides to sell and stuff like that. So Van Gang TV is definitely making moves. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm getting my subscribers up. I definitely would like for you guys that's not subscribed to subscribe to me and Montez, King Jay DaBlountman, and itsmontez.com. I want you guys to go subscribe to us, and we could definitely keep you guys entertained. You know what I'm saying? We always got some good things to talk about and some good things for you guys to question us on and tune in and enjoy. If you, especially on a day like this, stormy day, you guys could definitely tune in and, listen to what we have to talk about and just join in, feel comfortable, ask what you want to ask.
I mean, it was pretty cool, man. I sat back and I went back, and of course, as I sit back and I do the computer work. I appreciate the shout out, man. But when I was listening to Big York, what y'all were talking about, it's really impactful, really insightful. And ladies and gentlemen, you can always go back and watch those videos because they're going to be on his channel. They're on my channel. They're all over the place on the internet. Just type it in, search it up. But could you tell me, because you all had such a good kind of flow and speaking wise, how did you meet him? Where did you meet him at?
I met Big York through he's actually family, you know what I'm saying? But I started communicating more with him, you know what I'm saying, through Facebook because of a song that I put on my Facebook, just for me promoting one of my songs as usual, you know what I'm saying? And he wrote me back and was like, hey, that song is definitely hot, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk to you about a few things, and we ended up making a song together. He ended up, sending me a beat, and I ended up killing the track, and he promotes it out on his page. He promotes it out wherever he is, wherever he goes. You know what I'm saying? And I do the same also. And we connected from there, actually, from that first song. I mean, we like distant cousins or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But and I guess like ever since he heard that track that I dropped, he kind of like just, hey, we got to do some work. We got to work.
You know what I mean? Like, just goes out to like everybody else. Like you never really know who's paying attention, who's listening, because I mean, like you said, distance cousins, but maybe y'all weren't on talking. Maybe y'all, I mean, like family splits. You know what I'm saying? Like differences, whatever the case is, whatever that was. You heard the track, and then you all go together and mix it up, and then bam, here's a record for you all. I mean, that was a pretty good interview, man. I just really liked sitting back and watching that. That was pretty insightful for me. Do you got anything else that you really want to speak about today on the show? I don't want to keep you too long. We're going on 30 minutes. We usually like to go about an hour, but we kind of really didn't expound too much on the what to really talk about being in the situation that you're going through, off kilter and everything. But is there anything else that you'd like to talk about before we hop off here?
Yeah. The reason that, by the way, guys, like I said, the reason that this is going on like this is because of the storm. So I definitely wanted to inform you guys, give you a little bit of information about, the storm, and, just talk about VGTV. I didn't want to pull Monday without giving you guys some information and, a little feedback on the storm and what I had going on in my life and, stuff like that. But,
and again, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a visual. So like, if you're not really seeing the visual right now, and you're kind of like, oh, well, I'm a little bit lost and not sure but what's going to happen is we're going to edit this video back up, and we're going to put it back out, and you're going to see the film that King Jay DaBlountman actually shot himself, going through his transitional state of before Hurricane, I guess, when he's making his fleas. So I mean, it's really going to be insightful and impactful. Not really that wanting to get a thrill off his situation or whatever, but it's going to be something that's going to be like, oh wow, geez, this is really happening. Something to put you in line. Yeah. But go ahead and tell everybody your social media sites again, and then also leave with a question, please. I want you to leave with a question.
Gotcha. My social sites, guys. I'm on YouTube. It's King Jay DaBlountman. King JayDa, not THE. BLOUNTMAN. King Jay DaBlountman. I'm on Facebook. King Jay DaBlountman. I'm on I'm on Twitter, King Jay DaBlountman. I'm on Instagram, King Jay DaBlountman. You know what I'm saying? So come find me, subscribe to me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And the question that I have for you guys, okay, the people that are in the people that got hit with the hurricane, if there was something different, that you could have done, what was it? And the people that didn't get hit with the hurricane, you know what I'm saying? If you did, what was your plan?
Dig it. For the people that are inside the hurricane, what are they thinking now? Or the
people that got hit by the hurricane, if there was something different that you could do, what would it be? The people who didn't get hit by the hurricane, if you did, what's your plan?
I mean, that's a tough one, really. I guess. I mean, that's a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. You go ahead and leave your answers below. What would you do if you were in a hurricane? And what would you do if you weren't in a hurricane? Pretty much, right? Is that right? Do I got a good contraception on that question?
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Just, like I say, shoot, if you was in it, what would you do different? You know what I'm saying? If you felt like if it was something that you should have done different, what was it? If you didn't get hit by it, if you didn't get hit by it, what would be your plan?
Right. What would you do? I guess it's one of those things. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer this myself because it's just a good. For me, I think it's just going through it. Like, I wouldn't know what to do because I still don't know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other than leave, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know any other thing to do because I couldn't live through it. I can't. Shoot, just like you said, alligators and fit. Nah, man, I'm good. I can't do it, man. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this show. It's King Jay DaBlountman, VGTV, itsmontez.com. As you know, we always like to give you stuff that's going to impact you, incite you, give you something else that's going to move you to the next level. Every single Monday, King Jay DaBlountman is going to be having his show, VGTV. It's going to be sponsored by itsmontez.com, and I know that you all are going to be able to enjoy it. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. King Jay, thank you so much for being on tonight.
Yes, sir, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Big time, and I definitely appreciate the people who tuning in, you know what I'm saying, the subscribers who really checking me out, you know what I'm saying, and checking what VGTV got going on, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be live every single Monday night. I'm going to need for y'all to stay tuned. We're going to have some great topics coming up. I have some great people coming up to speak with, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully they will interest you guys, you know what I'm saying? And also, guys, if you have anybody, you know, that you think that I should interview, and maybe I can reach them, and I will let you guys know if I can reach them, or if you could reach them and you want me to reach out to them and, you know, interview them, let me know. You know what I mean? Because I am always open for topics. I'm always open to speak about anything, you know, anything. Two Donald Trumps, how they say it's two Donald Trumps, you know, I will speak about anything. So just let me know. I'm not no conspiracy theorist. So, you know, I could definitely let you know how I feel about some situations and, you know, how I would approach it. But, you know, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And one thing, I'm not Dr. Phil. So, but I do have great, I do have great information for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can give you guys confidence and, just, you know, some good information. Make you want to do the right things, you know, maybe approach some things different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all of that, but I definitely have a great view on things that should be viewed differently than other ways and how people view it. So honestly, just let me know what you guys want to do. I'm always open. You know, hit me up. I always respond on Twitter. I always respond on every social media site. So if you have any questions, anything you want to talk to me about, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? It's King Jay DaBlountman. Stay tuned. Hey, Montez, shout out, keeping it real. Hey, Mr. Fifth, appreciate you. You know, it's been real. You know what I'm saying? And shout out. Hey, stay tuned for next Monday, y'all.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I always said, sometimes you just got to hear it from a different source and a different point of view. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Montez with cameras from itsmontez.com. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. Duh. It's at montez.com.